Hello everyone, in today's video we are going to explore Plantfest 2026. We're here at the Jardín Botanical in Costa Rica. A lot of the vendors are speaking Spanish, giving prices, explanations, etc. So I will be explaining and making a voiceover during this video. Please enjoy and let's get to it. Let's get started with the very first stall in this section of the event. So we're gonna see some very beautiful Monstera oblique, some aglaonemas. That one in the back was a Burley Marks Fantasy. Very, very beautiful plant. I love the shape and the coloring on that one when it's trailing up moss pole. That pretty Aransoni. They were selling the Paraíso Verde, you're gonna see right there. They were selling it for about, I think, $60, so it's a very pretty plant. The Anthurium Vechi, I'm not sure the name of that one there, but it's very pretty. This was a very, very big, beautiful Anthurium. The vendor told me it was a mix between luxuriance and dark block. Pretty sure that's the hybrid, so very beautiful. I don't remember the name of that one, but very beautiful variegation, nice colors. They had some, I'm pretty sure it's Gigas, that beautiful Philodendron Florida, caramel marble. They also had the hybrid between Florida Beauty and Tortum, very nice plant. They also had a Billy back there. They had some very beautiful variegations, very high quality plants, very decent prices, but very, very, very beautiful. The vendors were telling me that this plant was an Aransoni mint variegation, very interesting. And that one was a pretty low quality Ilsemani, I think. It didn't have much variegation. You can see the variegated Billy. I think they call it one a Bob C. I'm not sure if that's exactly the one. They had the Ficus Ruby, some, I'm not sure what it was, I don't remember. But they had some Gloriosum, some Micans. Very, very beautiful leaves in that one. And later on the video, you're gonna show me, yeah, that was the Gloriosum. Very beautiful, like heart-shaped, very nice plant. They had a few different orange marmalade, a few different very pretty plants like the, what's it called? I think the Pink Princess, the Pink Galaxy. They also had the Subsignatum. I'm pretty sure that's the name. You're gonna see it in a minute. It's like a more triangular shape. Yeah, that white one right there, I'm pretty sure it's a variegated Subsignatum. Very, very pretty caramel marble. Very, very high variegation. I really wanted to get this one. It's one of my favorite plants. I'm really waiting to get it. It was a pretty decent price. That baby one was around $60. Yeah, so that is the Subsignatum. Very beautiful. It's a native plant from Costa Rica, and you can see a few different ones. The vendor was showing me this tiny plant. I don't remember the name, but very pretty patterns and colors. The begonias, very nice. They had a Cebu blue with some very, very beautiful fenestrations, very nice coloring, and yeah, that tiny marmalade, orange marmalade, is very, very pretty. I have one at home, but honestly, it's just pretty much either solid orange or solid green. There is no marmalade there, so I need to see if I get a higher quality variegated, or maybe put it more in the sun. I don't know, but I really need to see what I can do with that one. Here we're moving on to some anthuriums. They are showing me very pretty leaves. They start white, turning more into a pink. That one is a Lutherbachiana, very beautiful. And the plant I was mentioning before with the pink was the Renaissance variegated, very beautiful. There were a couple different very pretty alocasias. They had the I don't remember the name. You can see that she's showing me how they're growing it. They're growing it in semi-hydroponics. Very effective way of growing these types of plants. Honestly, personally, I don't really work much with these plants since I bought one and sadly it died almost immediately. So I may try to get a new one and see how it works. This is a very pretty plant. I don't remember the name, but later on you're gonna see a very big specimen of that one. Very nice. They had some Lutherbrachianas. They had the Alocasia stingray. I think you saw the venom, that beautiful stingray specimen right there. She's showing me the smaller one, and you can see the variegation on this one. I love the shape, very pretty. You're gonna see a couple different dragon scale, pink bambino, very beautiful plants, beautiful variegation. They had some very high quality plants in this booth. The vendor was showing me the underside of the leaf, how it has like a deeper purple color. So she explained that when they're smaller, they had like a specimen that looks not as silver, but as they get older, it gets very silver. This was a beautiful Alocasia Jacqueline. I really wanted to get it. I'm not sure how much it cost. I think the price was there, but it was not very cheap. Let me say that, but very beautiful. They had some dragon scale variegated, some Alocasia mellow, I think, and you're gonna see a few of them. But yeah, they had that very beautifully variegated Alocasia Frydek. I loved how those look, like the velvety leaves. I'm not sure the name of this one either, but she had some pink bambino, some very beautifully pink variegated allocations. She was showing me how the stems turn from a more green to pink, and the textures on these leaves, they just look so amazing. I really want to work on my Alocasia growing capabilities. This one was around $70 for this little plant. So the lady recommended that I start using pon instead of I think it's the Stratton. So she recommended I use pon more since it's better for the alocasias. That was an Emerald King philodendron, very beautiful. Some pink bambinos, that's a very variegated pink plant. And this plant was the bigger version of the small one I showed you before, and it is called the Yucatan Princess. Some very beautiful kind of green on green, some pinkish yellow there, and the stems were very beautiful pink. So she was showing me how the underside of the plant was like a deeper color. And here we're going with one of my favorite plants that I was really looking forward to getting, which is the strawberry shake. I had been seeing a few different like specimens here, and they were around $160, $180, but these ones had some beautiful variegations, well established, nice roots, and they were selling for around $30. Somewhere for around 24. I got, oh, sorry, that's a spoiler, but I got a nice little plant for around $30. Very beautiful. Just look at those colors. I love the pink border, the whites, the cream. Very, very pretty plant. And I think before you saw a little difference in another plant. That was, I think it was a red Anderson. Very, very pretty too, but that one was a bit over my budget, so we're gonna have to see when we can get one of those plants for the collection. Moving on to our next vendor, he had some very interesting syngoniums. He was saying that that one with some very, very curious speckles and variegation is the Syngonium Mojito. He also had a few different allocations there. Those aren't a specific allocation like the Dragon Scale or the Venom. They were simply called, well, here in Costa Rica, they were simply called Albo or Allocation Variegated. So they're not really something specific for me to be like, okay, it's this one. So he was also showing me the, well, more later on you're gonna see a few different ones, but in the back you can see some very pretty Adansonii variegations. Pretty sure those are mint? No, not really. They look more like Aurea type. Albo, I'm not very sure, but he had some very, very pretty plants. You can see a few different patches and color. That was a very, very huge Osebono. I have one here at home, but it's struggling quite a bit. Has very tiny leaves, but these leaves were very, very big, very beautifully variegated. The pretty much green on green colors, they look very nice. He had some Rhaphidophorium. Sadly, that one had a bit more of a lower variegation, but very pretty. This one was very, very nice. I love the colors. This is the Cuprea. The shine in this leaf, the purple, the somewhat strange shape, I'd call it. Very, very nice. He had those Domesticum variegated. They are very, very bright. Even more, they look even brighter in person. So he was showing me that there are 3 different ones. As you can see, the first 2 and 1 more in the back. The one in the back had a bit less variegation. So that one was about $20. And the first 2 were around, yeah, the others were around 40, 44. That Billy, it's one of my dream plants. I really can't wait for the price to go down on those. But they had some specimens here for sale. I think that one was just for show. But they had some very beautiful variegations. You're gonna see it later in the video. Some Alocasia Frydek and more Adansonii. Some very beautiful anthuriums. Yeah, I forgot the name. They had some gloriosums. You can see there that the gloriosums had some very nice variegation. Some more melanchryzums. These ones had very, very high variegation. A couple different colors. They had like, I don't know. They look so fuzzy and I just love the texture on these flowers. Leaves. I love the texture on these leaves. They look so nice. Like they look comforting, and I've seen that some get up to a meter in length, so I really can't wait for my melanchryzum to get that big. He had a few different anthuriums that he was showing me. Very nice coloring, very nice shapes, sizes, some small begonias. And this next section was from another vendor, but sadly he wasn't there in person, so I was just looking around. They were telling me, the vendors beside them were telling me a bit about the plants they had and their prices more or less. So these are some very, very beautiful Philodendron pedatum. You're gonna see, oh, this is one of my favorite plants too. I really can't find a vendor that sells them, but the Monstera Mint or Jungle Mint. I'm not sure which one of the two it is, but very, very pretty variegations, like the splashes, minty colors. They had a few other anthuriums, the Burly Marks Flame, very tiny one, the Caramel Marble, also very beautiful leaves, the shape, they look very, very nice. They had a few different hybrids in anthuriums. That one was called the Anthurium Silver Blush, and that one was an Aglaonema. Very interesting shape. I hadn't seen an Aglaonema like that, but they had a few very beautiful ones. I'm obsessed with the Melon Chrysant. Those beautiful colors, the variegations, very, very pretty. I think one of the anthuriums in the back, they called it a hybrid called the Neon. This Burly Marks Flame, the new unfurled leaf, looks so nice. I can't wait to get one of those either. This specific vendor or booth had a couple different very beautiful plants, but they also sold the frames for the ferns that you saw in the back, for the staghorn fern, and a few different like moss poles. They create their own moss poles and sell those. So they had some very, very nice plants and a few different products that were very interesting. So that one, they called it the Anthurium Neon. They were telling me that it's a hybrid that they made. I'm not sure if they made it specifically or if they simply found a strange hybrid there and started producing, but very, very nice plants. As you can tell, I'm still obsessing over that Monstera. Very, very beautiful, some nice variegations, nice minty colors. I don't think they told me the price for that one, but if they were to sell a smaller specimen here, I would definitely pay money for that one. Very, very beautiful. And the Pedactum, very beautiful variegations, nice coloring, shapes. And we're moving to the next one. This one, they just call it a blue fern, I'm not sure, but this beautiful wall full of cacti and succulents. I'm pretty sure this was part of the Botanical Garden exhibit, but very beautiful plants. So these vendors here, I've bought from them a couple times. They have some very high quality plants, beautiful variegations, some Lutherbachianas, some different locations. These were some tiny pink bambinos, so beautiful. That one, I think they were selling it for $40. So pretty nice price, very, very tiny. I don't remember the name of that one, but the variegation on that green, those beautiful thick veins on the leaves, the white contrasting with the green, some very nice colors. And they had a few different allocations there. Some anthuriums. I'm not sure the name of this one either, but he told me that he found it in like a big box store, and like by some weird scenario they were selling it for cheap, so he really wanted to learn that one. And the vendor also told me that the anthuriums in that little box were a bit more special, a bit more delicate and pretty. He also had a lot of different plants. He had the Whippleway, very, very nice variegation. I love the speckles, the white with the green, some nice colors. That one was around, I think he was selling it for $140, $150. So a somewhat more expensive plant, but the variegation was very beautiful. He had the Thai Constellation babies, very nice. I would have definitely gotten one if I didn't have a bigger one already here. And he also had the Jungle Mint, so nice. I love the color in those leaves, very, very pretty. He also had the Strawberry Shake. However, he was selling this one for around $160 too. The subsignatum, he was also selling that one for $240. And honestly, it's, as I think I said before, but it's a native plant here in Costa Rica, but the variegation is very, very pretty. He had a few different plants. The neon for $30, tabacon. I'm not sure the name of that one in English, but here they call it the tabacon. He also had the Anthera Michelle, the Veggie, the Queen of Hearts. So just what, I don't know the name of this one. It's right there. It's for $7. War Aquarium, I think that's how you call it. So the Michelle, he was selling it for $60, so not too bad a price. He was selling the Begonia Snow Caped for $80, the Black Cardinals beside it for around $100. So pretty good prices for some very beautifully variegated plants. As I said before, I've had their plants. They grow beautifully, very strong. Some beautifully variegated Rhaphidophoriums, around $70 too. He was selling a couple different Carmel marbles. That one was for $160. The smaller one in the back was for around $130. A few different melanochrysums. Very pretty plant. He also had the, I don't remember the name, but you're gonna see the bigger version in just a second. Yeah, look at those like heart shape, very pretty pink, some beautiful colors. So that's the Hamalonema pink for $70. He had the, I think that's a Rhaphidophorium with for the beauty for $130. So those colors were very beautiful, very bright. Like in every single leaf you got beautiful variegations, no discoloration, no losing variegation. So very, very high quality leaves. And here you can see the Anthurium vitarifolium variegated. That was one of his Diviner's personal collection plants. So he was just showing me the plant over there. Very beautiful variegations. So he had a few different ones. I think that one was called the Pluto Mint. He had the White Wizard, the Gloriosum for, right, that was on the left side for about $180. He had some green Congos, some Josebonos, some, that was the Anthurium Neon. I'm not sure the name of the first one, but sorry, this one is the Spiritus Sancti, obviously. Very, very pretty, beautifully long, elongated leaves. But that one, I'm not very sure the name since it didn't have any tags. So he was selling the Josebonos for around $14. Very tiny plants, but nicely variegated. Some Black Billies, some Galaxy Princess, Pink Galaxy Princess, some Florida Beauties for $20, and some Golden Hamalonemas. So in this section, I don't really know much about orchids, but there were some very crazy looking orchids, some very beautiful flowers, so just enjoy this section. Moving on to this other booth, they were selling a few different bonsai trees, a few different pots, very pretty designs, colors. I'm not really that knowledgeable in bonsais, but they look very, very pretty. They were somewhat pricey, but from how they look, honestly, and the quality and how good be taken care of they look like they're worth it for people that actually collect bonsai trees. In a minute, they are gonna show. Well, I'm gonna show you the video that they were selling a few different things. Those are just like bushes or like little knots of different plants that they use to burn and a type of incense, right? They had a few different teas, oils, and essences that they were selling them, having different different benefits for better sleep, for better digestion, and so on and so on. So they were selling a couple of those, and they actually look very, very interesting. So in this section, also just enjoy a bit of the content on this booth. So now I'm gonna give you a bit more time to relax, enjoy the nature trails, and enjoy the nature in this botanical garden. So this section will be a bit of the different nature shows they have there, the sceneries, the type of plants. I'm gonna show you different sections where you're gonna see and enjoy this section of the video. So a bit more peaceful, a bit more calm. Just enjoy the video, enjoy this part of nature. So just have fun watching the sceneries here in this beautiful garden in Costa Rica. This botanical garden had some very interesting sections. I don't know if you saw it, but they had different like respective gardens to essential oils, like culinary section, some agriculture. Like they had different themes of gardens in a few of those sections over there. And now we're moving on to the last section of the Plantfest. It was somewhat small, but they had some very good plants. Here we can see a variegated banana. I don't remember the name that it's given online that I've seen, but very pretty. They had some big Thai constellations. This specific booth, they concentrated more in cactus before and succulents, so you're gonna see a few of those there. Sadly, in this section there were supposed to be 4 booths, but one booth didn't show up at all, and another one just put their plants there, but no one was really there, so I couldn't talk to anyone about those plants there. So I apologize for that too. If you were wondering about the booth later on, sadly I have no information on that one. So you can see you can see mostly succulents. But there's also this very pretty Hoya compacta. I'm pretty sure it's the name, variegated. Very nice plant. I have studied into it, it's very slow growing, so I didn't really feel like taking a long time trying to grow that one out. So you can see a few different plants. They have some green Congos, they have a few anthuriums, some very beautiful veins, very beautiful colors. They had these Florida beauties, very beautifully variegated, high quality variegations. If you go to my Instagram page, I post a few different videos there of a few of my plants. So my tiny Florida beauty is growing with some very pretty variegation. They had the Friday, and there they had 3 of my most favorite plants ever. The first one was the caramel marble. The leaf shape, the colors, the shine, it was so beautiful. I'm not sure of this one, but that is one of the allocations they had there. Honestly, very beautiful plants. I think they were selling that one for around $110. So the pinks, the colors, how it's going, like how the leaves in each group are taking shape. You saw in the first one how it's getting more elongated. And this is the second one that they had there of my favorite plants ever. The Philodendron tortum, variegated. Very beautiful. However, the price was something that sadly I can't afford yet, but very beautiful. That one was pretty much a half moon. It was getting a new leaf. I think they were selling for around $800, somewhere around there. The Homononima aurea, they had some very beautiful colors. The Ficus lirata variegated, very nice plant as well. You can see the veggie. I don't think I really showed this one in the video, but I think before you could have seen somewhere around there you could have seen the Monstera with very white with tiny spots. That one they told me was a Monstera white monster. Sadly, I didn't really try to get it because the leaves, like the newer leaves, are more of a Thai constellation pattern, so sadly I didn't get that one. You saw the beautiful Billy, the Anthurium delta force, some nice triangle shapes. I didn't ask the name of that Anthurium either, but very pretty. The Tabacon there, the very huge Melanochrysum leaves. They were very huge leaves. The the Red Anderson, the pretty much half moon white with red, very pretty. The what was the name of that one? I'm pretty sure it was the Pluto Mint. Very highly variegated plants, very pretty. They had a few different Queen Anthuriums, King Anthuriums, pretty much that's how they name it here. I don't remember the specific name. but they had some very beautiful the tabacon, a few different Michelle. They even had some Walningari, Ethereum Walningari. If you look it up online, they grow huge, very, very beautiful, huge leaves, nice variegation. I have one here at home. Sadly, it's still tiny, so I can't really show off the huge leaves, but hopefully very soon I'm gonna have a beautiful full plant. So they were selling the Michelle for around $90, so somewhat expensive kind of for a plant, but very, very pretty. The veggie leaves of Latin, it was just on display, but huge leaves, beautiful. The ripples, they had a few. That one is called I'm not sure. It's like an aerial plant. Here in Costa Rica they call it barba de viejo, which is pretty much old man's beard. So that's just a little bit of the information there. So more begonia snow capped for $70. Very, very pretty. I think they had Ace of Spades of Queen of Hearts, I'm not sure. They had a few Anthuriums, some more Venom, the Volium Hoepi. I really love that plant too. I want to get a few different hybrids of that one. Sadly, here they're not as available and still somewhat expensive. And this is the last booth that I was mentioning before, that they have tissue culture plants. However, they just put the plants there and no one really was attending, so I didn't get any information, the price, where they make it. And I know that it's a lab here in Costa Rica, but they don't really give much information about it. So just enjoy a few different tissue culture plants, a few different very, very high variegated plants in there. So I really want to get tissue culture caramel marble, since I know they're a bit more affordable and a bit more a bit more stable in my opinion, since they pretty much have the exact copy of the parent plant. So very, very beautiful plants and some very high quality variegations in all of these. So we have reached the end of this video, the beautiful orange marmalade there. So thank you very much for watching the video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like the video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.